Hello again, everyone. We are now in chapter 6 and we will talk about the muscular system. The muscular system enable a human body to move. It makes between 32 and 40% of our body mass, and we have three different types of muscle tissue in our bodies as we saw earlier. We have the skeletal muscles, which are attached to skeleton and provide the strength and mobility. We have the cardiac muscles. These are the muscles of the heart, and we have the smooth muscles, which are can be found within the wall of digestive tract, uh, within the blood vessels, within the uterus and the ureters. So different types of muscles are located in different parts of our body. Now, muscles, their main function is to produce movement. Either this movement is voluntary, that is under our conscious, or involuntary movement, which is unconscious control over our movement. Muscles also resist movement to maintain posture, to maintain blood pressure. When muscles contract, they use energy and they generate heat, which is also important to maintain our body temperature. So our body temperature is coming as a result of muscle contractions. Now, all muscles share the ability to contract when they receive either a chemical or electrical signal. Contraction involves uh, Contraction involves them to contract, then relax. So there is like a repeated cycle between contraction and relaxation, contraction and relaxation. And when they contract, they will shorten. When they relax, they will regain their length, and so on. So muscle contraction is this cycle between the actual contraction and then the relaxation. These are the major skeletal muscle groups. We are going to focus in this chapter only about skeletal muscles. So these are the major skeletal muscles group in our body. I need you to spend some time looking at them and knowing their functions. Okay, I'm not going to read them one by one. So this is on you. You need to read them, learn about them, and post your thoughts about them in the forum. Now, since the skeletal muscles are the only muscles that are voluntary, and that's why we are going to focus on them, they are also, and we said also, they are responsible for our ability to move. Now, these muscles can either work together to create the same movement, and that is the synergistic muscles, or they oppose each other to produce movement in opposite direction of each other. And that is the antagonistic muscles. Think, for example, when you extend your arm, that is one direction. Let's go here. When we are extending our arm, this is one direction that the muscles are working with. So here, for example, in this example, and the biceps will extend and the triceps will contract because it's going to pull up. That would cause the extension of our arm. But here, when we are doing the flexion, what happens is the biceps will contract and the triceps will relax. So the triceps and the biceps are working against each other. If one of them is relaxing, the other one is contracting. If the first one is contracting, the other one would relax. And that would produce these two movements, flexion and extension. So because of their attachment to the bones through tendons, they are able to move these bones, and that is what produces the movement. Okay. Now, muscles or a muscle is composed of many muscle cells. So we have a group of muscles, And this group of muscles are made of a group of muscle cells with the same origin, insertion, and function. Now, these group muscle cells, so here this is a one muscle cell, okay? A group of muscle cells or muscle fibers will come together and they will form something called fascicle, okay? A group of muscle cells, they will come together and they will form a fascicle. Now, a group of fascicles will come together and they will form the whole muscle. So we can look at this like in different, through different levels. You have the whole muscle, which is made out of vesicles. These vesicles are made of muscle cells. So this is like the big, and this is the small level or the lower level. So we can go like this, or you can go like this, it doesn't matter. All of these muscle cells, they have the same attachment, or they are connected through the same tendon. So all of them are forming, or a big, are part of one big muscle. Now, if we are going to look down into these muscle cells, what we are going to see? We are going to see long tube-shaped cells like this. Okay, so this is one muscle cell. This one should be continuous, and they are multinucleated. So this is a nucleus here, this is nucleus here, maybe there is a nucleus here, okay? They are, also they will vary in length. So we have different length of the different muscle cells or muscle fibers. And all of these muscle cells are packed with an organelle called myofibril. Myofibril. These are long cylindrical structures that contain proteins. They contain two types of proteins, actin and myosin. And we are going to see these two types of proteins. Okay, so this is the structure of one muscle cell. Now there is this video. Please watch it and go over what we covered before we move forward into this chapter. I will stop here and I will see you in the second video.